Good evening. Come explore the unknown with us and enter the Chamber of Shadows, a podcast for the dark, haunted, and mysterious. I am your host, Celine, and I am joined by my co-host, Endora. Say hi, Endora.
Good evening, spooky fam.
Uh, can you tell I'm just a little stopped up again today?
A little bit snotty, yeah. Just a little bit.
God, it's miserable, these allergies. Before we get into today's episode, I have dipped my toes back into Creep Time because I go through my episodes of different podcasts I like.
Silas and Stew! Yay!
Silas and Stew! Love them.
I love them.
They covered the case of Elisa Lamb. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, and I did listen to that episode. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He did so well covering.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
I swear to God, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. Anyways, he did so well covering that.
He did. Yeah, we should tell him how good he did because he definitely was stressed about it.
I mean, this
Yeah.
was, and I love their episodes. And I always feel like they do a good job, but listening to him talk about the Elisa Lamb and like everything that he kind of did for it was amazing.
Yeah, it also was very kind that he included her as a human, not just
Yes.
as a curiosity.
Right.
And her family, and yeah, I think you did a great job.
Well, I think I liked the aspect of, they really, really focused on the mental health aspect. And I don't think that's something that a lot of people do. I feel like a lot of people focus on the paranormal or foul play of it. And when you really look at the bare facts of the case and her history, medication she was on, you know, it really does it really does seem like it was more of a mental health. And that video of her in the elevator, I don't know what it is, but every time I've seen it since the first time I've ever seen it, it really, really unsettles me.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It is disturbing.
And I don't know exactly what it is about it that is so unsettling to me, but like it gives me chills every time.
Well, I think that was the big fascination. I think that clip of the elevator was what drew everybody into that case.
Oh, for sure.
And it's disturbing when you know that she's not playing and she's not doing that for
No.
the camera. She's
No.
living this. It's like this is her
Yeah.
life right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
upsetting.
that's terrifying to me.
Mhm.
I hate that. Um, I do think it's weird that the elevator stayed open as long as it did, but I mean, I guess if she would have pushed the button and it being an old building, again, I probably saw it on the fact with them of it being mental health.
Yeah. I don't know. I think both things can be true. I
Oh,
know I
for
say that a
sure.
lot. Um,
Well, the world's not black and white, so
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved how he treated her with immense respect, and I really like that.
Yeah. I mean, he talked for anybody listening, I really recommend going and watching. And I do mean watch. I know you can watch them on Spotify, but I usually watch them on YouTube. I mean, he like walked around LA. He
Yeah.
lives in California. I believe he lives in LA, but he walked around that area and like gave you footage to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like and maybe
Mhm.
things that she would have seen or things she would have seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, well, he used to live there. So he had a
does he not still live there?
I don't know, but I know he worked in that particular
Oh,
neighborhood.
yes. Yes, he
So,
did.
he actually probably had a little bit, could show us a little bit more than the average Joe because he's familiar with the area.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
thought it was he really hit the nail on the head. At one point, he's talking about, "I'm walking the same route that Elisa Lamb did,"
Yeah.
and it was really I forget the word he used. Maybe it was unsettling. I don't know the specific word he used, but there really is when you look at some of these true crime cases, it really is weird seeing these, images or videos or like being in that area and having the knowledge of what happened.
Mhm.
Like for me, the Idaho 4, seeing for some reason, seeing pictures of them and knowing what happened to them and like actually seeing footage from that it's upsetting.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
So, yes, definitely recommend going and checking out. I recommend checking them out at any point, but I did want to say because I literally just listened to it yesterday and I was very happy with the way that they went about the entire case. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kristen.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, we have another little fun thing to cover for today before we get into two heavier things the next 2 weeks from now. Uh, wow, I'm fighting for my life. Anyways, so because it's our 13th episode, I thought it would be fun to do, or rather talk about, the unlucky number 13.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13! 13, yay!
I still don't know what that is. Is that like a Barney or something? What is that?
Or something.
Or something. Okay. All right. Well, uh, take a sip of water there. All right. I know I asked you this, but you don't really know where this kind of stems from, correct?
Not really, no,
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to get into it. We've got a couple different theories. Is how I'm going to put that. And then I got some fun facts at the end just to kind of close this out. But I do want to say that there's nothing that's really like solid in any of this. All in all, we really didn't start seeing Friday the 13th being viewed as unlucky until it was either the 19th or 20th century or late 19th century, maybe something along those lines. So I guess just keep that in mind. These theories are kind of unsupported, they are just theories. All right.
Okay.
What is your thoughts on where this could potentially come from? Like, what do you know about the unlucky number 13?
Not a lot. Um, Friday the 13th, I just assumed that there was a big thing, tragic thing that happened at some point that I just didn't connect the dots. Um,
Yeah.
I just assumed there must have been a huge thing that everybody knew about that I just didn't know about.
Um, yeah, I mean, in some ways you're not too far off. I know when I asked you this or when so I called you this past weekend and I asked you what you wanted to know on this.
Mhm.
And you had mentioned something about the Bible.
The origins, just the
Yes.
origins, yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah.
Okay. So I actually do want to step into religion as the first theory.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so again, stepping into these theories, they are just theories. Um, However, did you know that Fridays are also viewed as unlucky? Like,
Not
it's
to
not
me.
just yeah, right? Last day in the work week? Yeah. Fridays are also considered unlucky. Now, if we're looking at the religion side of these things, Jesus was crucified on a Friday. Not
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Good Friday. Yep.
Yep. It is not unlucky in most other religions or countries where the majority religion is not Christianity.
Okay, that tracks. Yeah.
Yes, so we are going to be with the religion, we're gonna be looking at the Christian side of things. Now, we have the Last Supper, and forgive me, I know I kind of grew up Irish Catholic, but I can't tell you a thing about the Bible. So,
Okay.
um, spare me, so you'll probably know much more than I would.
Ooh, dang, you better pump your brakes there. I'm not sure. Okay.
So, some of this comes from the Last Supper. We have
Oh, right.
Judas who betrayed Jesus, and he was reported to be the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Have you heard of this? Him being the
I have
13th?
heard that before. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so from what I found, and again, I have not read the Bible myself, so apparently neither the order of the guests' arrival nor the seating arrangement was mentioned in the Bible, so there's no obvious sense in which Judas was the 13th.
I wonder if Judas was the last one, for lack of a better word, hired, like the
Okay.
last man to come on board, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. I
Yeah.
have no idea. But as far as the actual Last Supper, from what I found, there's nothing really confirming him being the 13th guest in any order. Now, we also take a look into the disciples. So we look at Catholicism and its association with Jesus and the 12 disciples. This could have been seen as superstitious by the Protestants. Now, again, the belief is unsupported by scripture, but there was reference to misfortune and death in many Catholic countries prior to the Reformation. Did I say that right?
Mhm.
Reformation?
Unsure.
Reformation?
Okay.
Um,
Maybe. I don't know.
yes, but this actually took a turn into tarot.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, death, if you don't know, is the 13th card
Mhm.
in the deck. The earliest decks were unnumbered, but it did include magnificent depictions of death. There are no death cards that actually survive from the earliest numbered decks in the 15th century. However, the death card was numbered 13 by 1565.
I mean, that's pretty far back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's super far back. It's insane to me to think that it goes back further than that. Like tarot in and of itself goes back
Mhm.
further than that.
Yeah.
So yes, for anybody who does not know, death is a major arcana card in the tarot deck. It is still number 13. However, please note that the death card does not represent death. It actually represents major change, transformation, and renewal rather than literal death. So if you ever have a tarot card reading done, please don't panic if you see the death card pop out. It is not necessarily a bad thing. What's your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns on religion aspect of it?
I mean, it is really interesting to me that at the same time, that we're talking about Christianity. Oh, oops, and tarot.
Oh, weird.
That's crazy.
It's a quick way for me to get canceled right there, so so with that, I am going to move into math. Have you heard any of the math aspects of the number 13? Because
Nope.
I definitely did not. This
No.
was incredibly kind of not life altering, but like a slap in the face. So 12 is a number with many divisors. It's considered a quote superior, highly composite number and colossally abundant number. It is divisible by 2, 3, 4, and 6. We actually see the number 12 everywhere. So this was where it kind of slapped me in the face. 12 months in a year, 12 hours in a day, the day into two periods of 12. The foot is 12 inches long, and so on and so forth.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's kinda
Yeah.
big.
It kind of
I really
well,
never thought about that.
I thought it was interesting because just to link back to tarot and an actual deck of cards. So again, for people who don't know, you could actually do tarot.
Sorry.
You could actually do tarot with a normal deck of cards. This was
Mhm.
actually something that I learned recently. Um, but really when you start to break down the numbering of each suit and the deck of cards, and there's 52 cards in a deck of cards, there's 52 weeks in a year. When you really start to look into it, it's very interesting. So when I started seeing, we see 12 everywhere with the 12 months, the 12 hours, I was like, oh my God. Like our society really has, without us probably even realizing it for the most part, we have adopted this numerical kind of aspect.
Yeah, I'm sure that that is probably Greek or Roman. I'm sure
Oh,
that
yeah,
is.
it's
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, so the number 12 is reported to signify completion and perfection and is a very significant number in many religions. Because 12 symbolizes completion, some believe that 13 might represent, quote, the first departure from divine completeness or the initial step toward evil. And again, there's no concrete evidence of this being the case, but this is what some people do believe. Do you know what the code of Harambe is?
Are we gonna say dicks out for Harambe? What are we saying? What does that have to do with the number 13?
I'm sorry, this actually is my mispronunciation. Hammurabi. Hammurabi. The
No.
code of Hammurabi. Harambe. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the gorilla that was killed. Justice for
I'm like, "Wait,
Harambe.
wait, wait, I'm lost, I'm
No.
lost." Okay.
The code of Hammurabi. Sorry. Have you heard of the
Mm-mm.
code of okay.
No, what is that?
You know Mesopotamia though, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I was fascinated with Mesopotamia when I was younger. Um, so the code of Hammurabi is an ancient Mesopotamian law text, and seemingly so, they actually omitted law number 13. So this potentially could have foreshadowed the modern practice of skipping 13 with numbering floors and buildings and floors
Mhm,
of
mhm,
buildings
mhm.
and things like that. However, the laws in the code are actually unnumbered originally.
Oh.
Yeah. So any omission of the number 13 was discovered in the 19th, 20th century, and this could have easily have been a clerical error.
What?
Yeah. It's totally possible that the earliest translator just failed to include a line of text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kinda crazy.
So this ancient stuff that we have, we're just fucking it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, just fire right up.
Oh,
Alright, and now I'm gonna make our way into Norse mythology. Do you know anything about Norse mythology?
um,
Vikings?
I mean, a little, but not that much. I mean, I know about when they came. Never mind. I know some history.
My extent of my extent of Norse mythology, have you ever seen the show Ghosts?
Oh yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, yes.
Yeah, so I've only seen the American one, I haven't seen the UK version, but in the American one, there's a ghost and he's a Viking, and he's
Yes.
constantly talking about, like, the Norse curse and everything. I saw this come up and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Uh, yeah, I forget his name, but yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, why'd
Also,
you have
he's
to say
cute.
that? I also forgot his name. Thor? Thor?
I don't know. I don't think
Thor.
so.
Uh,
But
no, it might I bet it is. It's something like that.
okay.
Thor some Thory no, now I need to know.
He refers to himself in the third person always too.
I know. That's why I'm like,
I
Thorfinn.
don't know.
Yeah, Thor. Thorfinn.
Is it Thor?
Yeah,
So he's named after a god?
I guess.
Okay.
Well, it's Thorfinn. The god Thor is just Thor, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, that's right. No, you're right.
Norse mythology. So there's a very famous story that's told where 12 gods were having a dinner party when Loki, the 13th, arrived uninvited and engineered Baldur's death, which was another
Listen,
god. I
he's
know.
always such a troublemaker.
I know. I
Ugh.
know. There's a problem with this. So, neither the poetic nor the prose Edda, who was the primary source for the telling of Baldur's death, features a dinner party as the context for his death. Nor is the number of gods who were there specified.
Oh.
Yeah. So I actually I just typed it into Google real quick because I was like, oh well, like how many people are talking about him dying like this? The first couple things that popped up for me was actually about Balder dying from an arrow, and he was like carried on a ship.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess Nat Geographic had put something out about the unlucky 13 or something along those lines. I don't actually 100% know, but um apparently they might have paraphrased the Loki at a dinner party from a man named Donald Dawsey in 2011. It's unclear where this man would have gotten his information, and we can't really ask him because he actually died in 2016.
Oh.
Yeah. But it is suspected that maybe someone combined the story with Baldur's death and the idea of the number 13 being unlucky and just created a new origin for it.
So basically all this stuff is bullshit. And this is just people it became a superstition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, literally. Coming into Friday the 13th, um, not the movie, but the day. Friday the 13th.
Ah! Yeah, that was a good movie.
Uh, love it. It is hard to determine when these two things, Friday and the number 13, were combined. A lot of things will lead you to the destruction of Knights Templar. So, Knights Templar happened on Friday, October 13th, 1307. Have you ever seen the Da Vinci Code?
Mhm.
Okay, so apparently this was very popularized by the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that tracks. That was hugely popular. That was probably before you were in that realm, but yeah, that was hugely popular.
Yeah. Yeah, so the date is accurate. It did happen Friday, October 13th, 1307, and I did confirm that date. But no one's actually connected these two until the 19th, 20th century. During the Middle Ages, few people would have known the exact date of the decree outlawing the Templars. So
Right.
the belief would have to date to a time when it became widely known, which I find that very interesting because that's a great point.
That is a really good point. I
Oh,
agree.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people way back when, they didn't even know when they were born.
Mhm.
Very common. Now, Nat Geo also put out an article. It was called Busting the Myth of Friday the 13th and the Knights Templar. In 1907, there was a book that was called Friday, comma, the 13th that was published. The novel apparently depicts characters who already believe Friday the 13th is unlucky. In the book, they call it the Wall Street Hoodoo Day. Wall Street traders actually use this belief to manipulate the market. And the author described this belief as he had encountered it himself. He was actually a trader on Wall Street and stuff. So if he had already encountered it, then that obviously also can't be the origin of it.
Right. Yeah.
So, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
So, the best thing that I actually found, and a majority of my information actually came from one source because he actually had the best information on all of this.
Who is that?
It is a man by the name of Stephen Winnick. So he put out this article talking about Friday the 13th and the origins and stuff. So he did a lot of this research. What he actually found was that it could have potentially been from French origins.
French?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he actually found two things from France. It was actually from 1834. One of them was an article, and I'm so sorry I don't speak French, so if I mess this up. Um, the Marquis de Salvo wrote about a Sicilian count who killed his daughter on a Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And apparently, they quote in the article or somewhere in there, it is always Fridays and the number 13 that bring bad luck.
And what year was that? I'm sorry.
1834.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And then another 1834 thing that he found, it was a play. Um, this is where I'm really gonna mess it up. Les Finesses des Griboles, Gribouilles. That's how you spell the last part. Apparently, one of the characters in the play actually talks about how they were born on a Friday, December 13th, 1813, from which comes all of their misfortune.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And by the middle of the 19th century, the idea of the unlucky Friday the 13th was actually very common in France.
Yeah, that tracks. Since that yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things he added in
Finally,
here,
something.
yeah, I know, right? One of the things I added in here just because I thought it was kind of cute to add in. I'm a sucker for romance. In the 1870s, there was a play. It was by Lelia, Lelia. Or sorry, it was called Lelia. It was by Octave Gastineau. The countess and a handsome nobleman named Maurice had become acquainted. but she actually has reservations about starting something new and starting a relationship on Friday the 13th. And then she learns that it's actually past midnight when they're hanging out, so it's
Oh,
actually technically Saturday the 14th.
right on.
I just thought that was really cute.
Yeah, where are they now?
Yeah, right? Right. So, when we take a brief look into America, we all know how Friday the 13th goes in America, but, um, there were late 1880s references to belief in Friday the 13th that come up, and they come up actually in newspapers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, it just kind of spiraled from there.
Newspapers. Always starting
Newspapers,
stuff.
always the news. Now, Friday the 13th or the number 13 in general, it doesn't matter how you really look at it. It actually has huge effects on people's mental states and the economy.
Yeah.
So, about 10% of the population fears the number 13 or Friday the 13th.
10%?
10%.
I'd say that's
So,
probably low.
yeah, I mean, that's about 17 to 21 million Americans.
Mm, I feel like it's more than that, but okay.
I mean, that's fair. The
Just because
fears?
when you're at work that day, like, everybody is, like, talking
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yes.
100%. I've never really, like, felt any strong way. I actually look forward to Friday the 13th. Is that weird? Like, it's almost like this, like, defying, like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I agree. I always since social media, I always looked forward to Friday the 13th because I couldn't wait to post black cats and weird pictures
Yeah,
and yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything so we work medicine, and anybody in medicine knows a full moon is absurd. It just is. Um, the energy that comes through hospitals is astounding. Um, the people are astounding. But have you ever had something similar to that with Friday the 13th?
No.
I don't think I have
Never.
either.
Mm-mm.
Like I don't really remember like something bad happening on a Friday the 13th and being like, "Oh, well, that makes sense. It's Friday the 13th." You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but that's like literally everybody that you work with
Yeah.
talks about it. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too, and I know we've talked about this before and we'll talk about it again. Um, the more energy you put into something,
Mhm.
the more likely you are to receive something,
Right.
for lack of better terms.
Right. Yep, exactly. That's true.
So, yes. But fears surrounding 13 are actually primarily a Western construct. A lot of cultures view the number as being lucky, or they actually have a fear of a different number. So, one of the numbers I found was the number 4 that's avoided in Asia. Apparently,
Really?
yeah, apparently the pronunciation of the number 4 is similar to the word death.
Oh, okay. Mm,
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
Um, there are financial losses of about $800 million annually because of 13 and Friday the 13th.
Mhm.
This is because people avoid marrying or traveling or even working on Fridays the 13th.
Mhm.
80%. I thought this was absolutely wild. 80% of high-rise buildings in the United States do not have a 13th floor.
Yeah. I yes, that's true.
So this came out of the Stress Management Center and Phobia Institute out of Asheville, North Carolina, and I actually tried to, like, find their website to confirm this because it was cited in multiple different things, and I guess they shut down permanently and there's something new in place, but I saw that 80%. That's wild to me. I remember my daddy telling me when I was growing up, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but he said something about, his boss not working off of the 13th floor, or they didn't do anything on the 13th floor. And I was like, why? He's like, well, because 13's like said to be unlucky. A lot of buildings do that. I did not know that it would be like 80%.
Oh,
That's
wow.
wild.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. No, it makes sense to me. I don't know how many times I've been in an elevator and noticed the buttons. There wasn't a 13. I don't know. Yeah.
Like, and even I remember there was a children's game, a children's elevator game, and there was a certain way to, like, press the buttons, and I feel like there was something with the number 13 in that too, but now I can't remember. Um, but again, I just wanted to reiterate at the end of th all of this that the combination of Friday the 13th being unlucky was not documented until the 19th century.
That's crazy.
I think that's wild too. I do have fun facts though.
Right on.
So, in Hispanic and Greek cultures, Tuesday the 13th is actually considered unlucky.
Where?
In Hispanic and Greek cultures.
Oh, okay.
So, on the Hispanic side of things, and Greek was very similar, um, but they had their superstitions, they had historical events and the Roman god of war. So Tuesday in Spanish is martes.
Mhm.
And that actually is derived from Mars, the god of war. And then 13 is associated with bad luck, just because of the Last Supper and the fall of, oh, I'm going to mess this up, Constantinople.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Constantinople. That's right.
Yes. Apparently he fell on Tuesday the 3rd. Tuesday. He fell on a Tuesday. Okay. Sorry. I put Tuesday the 13th, but I actually put a date next to it, which doesn't make sense. But he fell on a Tuesday, apparently.
Who is
Oh,
he?
Constantinople?
Is that I'm sorry. I thought that was a location. I didn't think that was a person.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Okay.
location, you're right.
All right. I was like,
Um,
"Wait, am I going crazy? Did she say he?" Okay.
I did. I did.
That's okay.
It fell. So Constantinople fell on a Tuesday. The date that I found was May 29th, 1453. So I took my happy ass on my phone going through my calendar. I went all the way back to 1453 just to confirm that May 29th was a Tuesday, and as far as on our calendars, it was a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good job.
Good job! So, as far as the Greek culture, also has to do with Ares, the god of war, also has to do with the disruption of the number 12. Tuesday in Greek is, I might pronounce this wrong, but triti, Triti, which means third, and folklore actually suggests misfortune comes in threes. They
Yeah.
also associate it with the fall of Constantinople.
What about numerology? Does numerology say anything about the number 13?
Um, the only thing numerically that I know is just what I talked about with 12 being this perfect number and 13 coming after that is like taken as this bad sign.
Okay.
That's the only thing I know. I don't know like within numerology like that because I know that the number 13 is very significant.
Don't they always just
Hey,
break it
Taylor
down
Swift.
anyway? Like, like, it wouldn't be 13 anyway, it would be 1 plus 3, right?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's above my pay grade,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, I wish I knew more, but I don't.
Yeah. But in Italy, Friday the 17th is considered unlucky.
Because
17 is considered unlucky partly because the Roman numeral, which is XV11 XVII, can actually be arranged to spell VIXI, which means I have lived in Latin. Therefore, it's interpreted
interpreted.
like, oh my god. And
Problem.
interpreted as I am dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Friday association comes from Jesus's crucifixion.
Everything leads back to JC. Yeah.
Not JC.
I mean, that's his name.
Oh my god. Every calendar year has one Friday the 13th, but can occur up to 3 times in a year. That most recently happened in 2015. I
I was
actually
like,
remember
it
that.
yeah, I have some memory of that too, but I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, I remember it being a huge thing. For Friday the 13th to occur, the month must begin on a Sunday. And one of my I'm gonna say it's one of my least favorites of these fun facts because I'm a black cat girly. We have 2. In French Lick Springs, Indiana, in 1939, they actually passed an ordinance requiring all black cats to wear bells on Friday the 13th so that residents can avoid them and quote unquote alleviate mental strain during the perceived unlucky day.
Ooh, settle down.
Settle down.
Ah, you settle
Like,
down too.
oh,
I said settle down and she got up and looked at me.
she's like, yes, mommy.
What did I do? I didn't do
What
anything. I was just standing
did
here. Okay. Shh.
I do? So yes, I don't know. I actually this actually made me like the number 13 more than what I have previously. I've always thought Fridays the 13th were kind of fun and cool. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I got nothing for you. I do.
Yeah.
I was trying to think after you asked me. I'm like, I don't even know when that like came into my like I that I was ever aware of it. But then I remembered um I had a friend growing up and she accidentally invited 13 people to her Friday the 13th birthday and she was turning 13.
Oh.
So I mean that's all we talked about basically.
Okay, that's
Was-
fun.
yeah, yes, yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah. But I'm sure that's the first time I ever heard that, and I was like, "Oh my god. There's a lot. It's a lot."
I mean, your golden birthday falling on Friday the 13th is wild.
Mhm.
I'm here for it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I think my earliest memory of 13 being unlucky was that conversation my dad and I had. But as far as Friday the 13th, I think I really started experiencing it in school.
Yeah. Although I can't recall. I don't have any memory of it.
Yeah, I don't have like a distinguished, like, I don't know.
But in 2015, you were still in school.
I was. I was in high school. Yeah. But it started earlier than that. Like, I definitely feel like I was probably in either elementary or middle school when I first started hearing about it. Because I feel like it's one of those things, like, it's just kind of I feel like this is one of those things where you don't usually have a defined moment of Friday the 13th, you know? It's just kind of gradually mentioned and ingrained to us.
Right. Well, I just feel like I'm at work and I wrote down the date and then I was like, "Oh shit, it's Friday the 13th."
Yeah.
Like 100 times in my lifetime. Yeah.
I feel like I usually, like, see it or somebody says something, I'm like, "Oh, cool, Friday the 13th."
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of, like, power within a Friday the 13th, though. With the number 13 being so superstitious, there's gotta be something there.
Mm, I don't know. Maybe, or maybe it's just a good time to let a movie out.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's I mean, that's everything that I have for you. I just thought it would be nice and fun
It
and,
was fun.
to for our 13th episode, let's talk about 13.
All right. We
'Cause
did it.
I feel like a lot of people don't actually think about where it really started. Again, it's just something that we talk about and it's, gradually mentioned over time.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet that if we went through a bunch of superstitions, that's what we would find. We would find, yeah, we don't really know where it came from. But we're
Yeah.
all just doing it. Yeah.
Well, I went through several different sources and I was like, these are all kind of saying the same thing. And that's why I was like, the one guy did a really great job. Um, I'll put I'll put the link to his it was a blog. So I'll put the link to that in this episode. But he just he really included everything that I was finding everywhere else.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. Do we ever know what's really going on about anything?
I don't know what's going on right now, like in this room. So
Yeah, that's fair.
there's a dragon over here. And there's a lot of stuff going on.
If I would have left that one clip of your dragon story in that one that I had to edit out like 30 minutes, a lot of people would be very confused right now. Oh, very confused.
She's the dragon.
She's the dragon. Oh god. Here comes my nuts ball. Well, so yeah, that's everything that I have. If
Wow, that was a
anybody
lot of fun.
Yeah, if anybody has any, stories like Friday the 13th stories or anything like that, feel free to send them to us.
Sent
Our
us any spooky story at
Yeah,
all,
literally
always.
anything.
We are hungry for it.
Yes. Make sure you tell your family, friends about us. And with that, oh, our email. Hello. Our email is thechamberofshadows@gmail.com. We are also able to be found on Instagram and TikTok at the Chamber of Shadows. Da da da. Yeah, I think does that cover it? I think
That
that covers
covers
it.
it. Like, share, and subscribe. See y'all next week.
Yay! Peace out, adios, au revoir. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.